Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sunny, your Black Kid cousin, and here we shed light and a little shade on all things travel, spirituality, and wellness. So I'm currently here in beautiful Bangkok. I'm in Lupini Park, finishing up my trip here. I'm gonna do a separate video on that soon because it's been so interesting. Just my heart's a little heavy. My heart is a little heavy today, and that's okay. It's part of being human. So just want to name that. But I'm here, the sun is bright, look at my little skin, I got my good old water right here if I get thirsty, and let's get started. So the topic today is hookup culture, empowerment or addiction. So a little disclaimer about me, I identify as a black queer dude, non-binary, but most days I'm identifying as masculine. Most of my spaces, dating and friendship, are gay boys, gay men. And so that's going to be my experience. I share that to say that if you are of different identities, your experience in hookup culture may be different, probably different. But I want to just name that. So in the comments, if y'all are just like, this doesn't happen to me, or it's way different, you know, it might be because of that. Or just your personality. I don't know. History of gay men is so complicated because it's shrouded in secrecy and shame. I may do a video about that in the future. You know, never know. A lot of gay boys are not taught how to love another man. Our straight counterparts are given much more of a lesson and taught directly by their caregivers or through media, you know, through conversation at school. And that helps our straight counterparts, straight people, just have a sense of what to expect when connecting with the opposite sex. Gay queer men, so many of us, regardless of generation or age, once they start dating, they have no clue what to do, how to genuinely connect with another man or another person they're interested in. It shows, you know, in a lot of our behavior. And I'll say our because, girl, I'm talking to myself in this topic. We're here to do better, and that's what I'm here for, you know. Our straight counterparts and even lesbians have such different experiences. Gay years, I don't know if you know the stereotype, is a lot shorter than straight years or even lesbian years. For example, a year in the straight world is like nothing or the beginning of a connection. Whereas in the gay world, that's a long time. That's like 3 years. That really colors your experience. And also it shapes your expectations, your standards, you know, what you come to expect when you connect with somebody. Regardless of sexuality, most men are not taught to be affectionate or intimate. And with gay men, it's amplified, you know, with the shame. So when you get gay men come of age to be adults, it creates this interesting energy of what does it mean to connect with someone on an intimate level. A lot of, unfortunately, gay queer relationships between men can fizzle out. You know, my friend and I, we were talking about this topic last year. He stated he works in public health, that PrEP coming onto the gay queer world scene as an increase in a permission slip to be more promiscuous with gay queer men. I never thought of it that way. I think that PrEP still has its place. You know, there are some critiques and there's some worries, of course. I think PrEP is I don't know, you know? Let me see, where am I? See the wind, child. The wind is feeling good, honestly. And I love hearing the kids in the background. I think so many gay men also talk about loneliness in the community, talk about not being able to meet men who are serious about connection, just having one-night stands, hookups. There's nothing inherently wrong, in my opinion at least, about having hookups and one-night stands. If you're looking for more, it can be difficult when your community normalizes that or encourages it as like the norm, you know? Hookup culture just increases this. It just makes it stronger and normal, and so when you're looking for something else, something different, you kind of struggle sometimes. It also makes people feel others are disposable, that others are just commodities. Hit it and quit it. Variety is the spice of life, but there is something, in my opinion, as too much spice in a dish. If you live in a big city, you can have an over variety of options, especially in New York City, and it can create this level of, well, I can find someone that I like anyway. There have been instances, even for myself to be quite honest, where I've been on a date and I've been on Grindr, or I have been looking at other guys, just to be quite honest. I just had to check myself in the moment, like, girl, you are on a date with a man, or he's in the bathroom right now. Like, focus on the present. I think a lot of gay men are not taught how to live in the present moment and appreciate what is there. A lot of men in general struggle with that, not just gay queer men. Give you a disclaimer about like hookup culture in the gay community. Grindr is a thing, if you don't know what it is, and it's a very popular common app in the gay queer male world. But I think it came out in like the mid 2000s, like 04, 05. So it's been around for over 20 years now. Grindr was really the first hookup app, casual sex app of its kind. There was Manhunt, you know, Adam for Adam, and many other websites for gay men and straight men, women, things of that sort online on websites, but there wasn't really an app, and it allowed people to connect in a way never before in the gay world community. A lot of men previously, just to give you a little history, would connect in bookstores, would connect in theaters. There would be chat rooms, newspaper ads on the trains, you know, way back in the day. Grindr, Jacked, Scruff, and Hornet, they have had a impact for sure on the gay queer male community. So many people talk and complain about it, about those apps, and rightfully so. I think the fact that a hookup app is seen as the go-to place to not just find sex, but to find friends, to find community, to find health resources, community resources, to even network, you know, for business outside of sex work. It's really telling of the values, I think, of the gay queer male world, or just what's normalized. It's not said in judgment. I think that it's just, this whole thing, I hope it doesn't come off as judgment. It's just like, so many of us complain about loneliness, but are we doing anything, I'm talking to me right now, are we doing anything to rectify that, to change our ways, to honor what we want and not what we're just used to? There's a book called Grindr Survivor. What stood out to me in that book was he mentioned that Grindr, the overuse of like dating hookup apps can create two kind of people. First one is Sleeping Beauty, is where someone has impossible standards. They're extremely picky. No one can meet these expectations or lists of requirements. They inadvertently scare off or shoo away really good partners, really good people. I think that subconsciously, I've done this before too, having supremely high standards that no one can meet is a way for someone to covertly avoid falling in love and being vulnerable. If no one can meet you at that level, not even yourself, then there's no need or there's no ability to open your heart. Ooh, Lord, I felt that way. The second one, outside of Sleeping Beauty, was the Walking, I think, Dead or Walking Zombie, something like that. The person has essentially given up finding a meaningful connection, and they just go through like an endless list of hookups, flings, one-night stands. Last year, when I did that live and read that book, I felt differently about the Walking Dead category than I do now. Now, I'm just like, you know, it's not my place to say someone is good or bad depending on their hookup habits. I'm not in their body. I'm not in their head. I don't know how it feels. All of this whole topic, this whole video, I would say check in with yourself, and then also see how are you feeling during all of this? Do you feel good when you hook up with strangers? Do you feel good when you use unprotected sex? You know, you feel good when you use drugs? Like, is this working for me, yes or no? It's okay if you get a no. And if you do, for real, it's on you to change your ways. If your body's telling you like, girl, this ain't it. You know, as adults, we gotta be like, okay, let me change courses. Let me do something a little different. Fast from sex as well. Take a little break. It can be whatever limit you want. It can be a week, it can be a month, it can be a quarter, a season, a year, 2 years, a day. One of my favorite quotes is, if you can't fast from it, you are a slave to it. If you know that you can fast from sex, like give it a week or a day or 3 days. If you feel like even that is hard, you know, that's a real call to check in and see like, okay, what's going on here? I just want to share that. it's good to be a hoe, but it's also good to know why you're doing this. What are you gaining? Do you feel good about it? That's what it really boils down to. How do you feel doing this? Is it a yes or is it a no? That little ding ding. That's all I had to share about this topic. To end off this topic in this video, I'm gonna put an affirmation. I am blessed and highly favored. I love that. I am blessed and highly favored. All right, y'all. This has been an amazing experience. Thank you for tuning in. Now I'll see you next time. Bye.